What's poppin', you guys? It is your boy Victor Dawson back at you with another reaction. Now, we are going to be not really reacting, we're going to be reviewing the episode of 911 Lone Star. We're going to be reviewing season 2, episode 3, which we all know is the crossover episode that they were promoting for like the past 2 weeks. Now, before we even get into this, please make sure you hit that bright red subscribe button if you like anything entertainment. This is the channel for you, baby. Also going to hit that like button and don't be afraid to hit that bell so you know every time I P-O-S-N-T, sweetie. Now, let's get into this intro and get into 911, shall we? Alright, you guys, 911 Lone Star. Now, before we get into this for real, I'm gonna already say I'm kind of already disappointed 911 only because I wanted the crossover to be in both episodes. Now, this episode was a nice little crossover. I wish we would have saw more characters intertwining. We really only saw like 5 different characters from each series intertwining. I wish we would have saw a lot more people because in the promo y'all made it seem like we were gonna see a lot more people intertwining. But it is what it is, and let's get it talking. We open the episode with Captain Strand having that bad dream about Tim. Apparently Tim is haunting his dreams because if you remember like 2 episodes ago when Tim had that violent attack with that volcano ash or whatever, it hit him right in front of Captain Strand, and Captain Strand is now having like PTSD about it. Captain Strand, I hope you get better. Drink you some water, take you some peroxide. Take you some Tylenol, and hopefully you feel better. Then we go straight into a news reporter telling us that all these different fire departments are coming in, and then we get the introduction of the 118. Hey, 911. The station 118 finally comes with Buck. Is basically knocked out at the window. We got Buck, Hen, Eddie. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Buck, Hen, Eddie. That is so sad. Only 3 of them. It gotta be somebody else. Am I tripping? Buckhead, Eddie. Where is Cap? Where is Captain from the 911 series? Why wasn't he there? He's the captain. I don't get that. Like, why wasn't he there to help Captain Strand? You would think that captains would show up when it's time to show up. Or maybe he had to hold it down. I don't know. Anyway, we get the teams meeting for the first time, and Buck is having a whole little situation because he is seeing Marjan. And you know, our girl is beautiful. She is gorgeous, and she is a boss when it comes to firefighting. And he's noticing her from something. He realizes she is the Firefox girl from social media. If you do remember, in the beginning of the series of last season of 911 Lone Star, homegirl was all popping on social media because she was recording when she be saving people and stuff, and that is real dangerous, girl. But hey, hashtag Firefox. The plot of this whole crossover was that there is this big fire that is taking over, and I guess it was remnants of this volcano. That volcano really just I didn't see the tie-in. I guess it's remnants of the volcano, I'm guessing. I don't know, because I love how we had a volcano in one episode, and I barely remember hearing anything about a volcano in the crossover episode. That's just so weird. The volcano was apparently going everywhere, and now all of a sudden it's just a wildfire. So let's just say it is remnants of that. Captain Strand realizes that there's a group of kids up on the mountain that need to be saved. Judd told him, hey, I know some 4-wheelers that's around the corner. We can get on them 4-wheelers and go save them kids. So Captain Strand was like, okay, and that's when we finally get a couple meetup session. We get Eddie. You know, Eddie is from Texas, so hey, what's up to the Texans? Texas, do y'all like the LGBTQ plus community? I don't think y'all do. Ooh. Well, anyway, we breaking barriers. And if so, I love how Ryan Murphy decided to do 911 Lone Star to like push it in their face like, yes, we're here, we're queer, and get ready. We see Eddie go with Marjan, Judd, and Paul on these 4-wheelers to go save these kids, and that was like the first little thing. Then Hen offered her services at the medical ward, and then Buck was just stranded. He was kind of upset that his little homies left him, and he ended up digging a fire line with TK and Mateo. So that's where they all spread out at. I really wish it was more. I'm gonna keep saying that during this video because it just should have been more 911 at this point. It should have been more people from Station 118 in this episode. It's terrible. Eddie was cutting old boy slap in the middle of that scene. He was cutting him open in the middle of that park after they found them kids, and to save that man's lungs. And if that was me, I would want Eddie to cut me right on open too. Come on, Eddie, cut me open and get me saved.
Okay.
We get back with Buck, TK, and Mateo, and they are working on the fire line, digging this line to stop this fire. And the only thing that they really talked about was when they were basically telling each other war stories about their calls and how this call was better than this call and how they did this and did that. And no shade Lone Star, because I think Lone Star is my favorite out of the 911 series. But 911, the Station 118, they got y'all beat back boots when they come to cases, because honey, the cases that y'all had on 911 Lone Star, it ain't nothing compared to what we be dealing with over there on Station 118 in LA, honey. We be dealing with trains in the middle of sky-rise buildings. We be dealing with a lot of things. And basically, Buck was showing them off and telling them off about that.
You cannot compete where you don't compare.
It wasn't really nothing exciting about that scene. One thing I do say, that scene with the little car situation about to hit Buck, that was nice. I saw TK save him. That was a cool little fun scene, but they made it to be like it was about to be something popping, and next. Now, this is the scene that got me. This is the scene that was a little juicy. We got Paul and Judd. They kept going because there is still one little missing boy that they cannot find after they found these little campers. Now, this little missing boy is nowhere to be found. They are on these four-wheelers, and they finally find him like in this ditch somewhere that he fell in, and Captain Strand got into a helicopter to help because the daylight was about to leave, and as soon as daylight is over with, it's going to be harder to find this little boy. So they get on a helicopter during this because apparently can't nobody else get on no helicopter. Captain Strand was the one holding down the whole fort, but apparently he can't find not damn person out of all these fire departments that are here to get in a helicopter and go find this little boy. Of course, it got to be him and Hen. So him and Hen are risking their lives and getting in this helicopter with these wild ass fires. And we go back to Judd and Paul, and they find this little boy, and Hen was on the radio basically trying to tell them what they need to do to make sure that boy don't lose any more blood. And this is when Judd, this is why I love me some Judd. Judd has to be like, after Tarlos and after Paul, Judd got to be right after them with my favorite character lineup on that series, because Judd, his performance, that acting, you got to give him a hand clap honey, because he gave a performance that he was basically telling that little boy a little bit about his life and how he had to go through this when he was young, because apparently they were here for this wildfire because of some little scout thing. I thought it was Boy Scouts at first, but apparently it's something else where they make them go live by themselves for a minute in the wilderness, supposed to make them a man or something. And Judd was saying how he was battling this back when he was a kid, and then Hen basically kept telling Judd, do not let that boy fall asleep. So while Paul is down there trying to stop this bleeding, that little boy is about to fall out, and you can't be, passing out while you got all this blood leaving. So Judd did what needed to be done and walked.
Stand up and fight, damn it! Hey!
I said, when he walked that little boy, I was like, oh, wow. Oh, this is a performance. It woke me up. It got me up on the couch like, oh, I see what we doing. Judd, I commend you for that, because baby, you acted out in that one. He said, boy, if you don't get you something. And I said, you know what? These what kind of doctors I need. I need Eddie to cut me open if that needs to be out there in the wilderness. We're going to worry about germs later. And I need Judd to punch me in my damn face if I'm unconscious and I'm losing blood. I'm here for it. Get into it. So, of course, Captain Strand and Hen, after they helped them save that little boy, of course, malfunctions go down, because it wouldn't be a drama show if it was just going to be them going back safely. It wouldn't be a drama show. So the helicopter, I guess, automatically just start messing up. And this, we see black smoke, and they down for the count. And now it's nighttime, and they stuck up here in this fire. So they basically got themselves in a little nook with the little pilot, and they just hid out. And they were passed out due to smoke inhalation, I think. Right? When did that? Yeah. They were passed out due to smoke inhalation or whatever. Smoke inhalation. I am messing up the words. TK, when TK found out that his daddy is hurt, he do not play by pops. So I did like that. Ronan, I think his name is Ronan Robertson or Ronan. It's something. Ronan, you did a great job. That was some good acting. I really wish Carlos could have pulled up. I really wish my boy Carlos could have just pulled up in the cop car just checking in on Bay or something, because we didn't get no Carlos scenes, so I don't get to play my little Carlos clip, and that is real upsetting. That's really upsetting me and my homegirls when I do this edit, okay? But anyway, we see TK get all upset. He is showing us great drama performance while he's getting upset about his dad. Him and Buck kind of have a little connection thing ever since they talked at the fire line. I wanted, and what all of us wanted, was him and Buck to have conversations about opening up, being yourself, maybe LGBTQ stuff, something. But they didn't have no conversations about any type of anything about opening up or nothing. They were just, all they really talked about was stealing the fire truck and sharing war stories. That was it. And I was like, that's all y'all gonna give us, and y'all made this crossover. At this point, this crossover shouldn't have happened. Y'all should have waited until y'all had a little more to talk about. We did have a scene at the very end when after the fires were, taking control of.
If you ever find yourself in LA, we should get together.
Sure. I gotta mention though, I already have a boyfriend and it's pretty serious, so, but it was really nice meeting you, man.
Baby. 911, I guess that was all I need to get me going for the whole next week, because Buck didn't say nothing, but all Buck said was, it wasn't even like I didn't mean it that way. It was just I was like, see, 911, y'all know y'all playing with me. Y'all know y'all playing with me, and y'all know y'all playing with my emotions, and y'all need to stop it, because that is mean. That's not fair. And as soon as that happens, TK walks off and he's out of the scene. That was his last scene. And then Eddie walks right in, and then he's looking at Buck like, what's up? And I'm like, see, y'all ain't slick writers. Y'all ain't slick production. We know what's tea. We know what's going on. If these people don't get together, y'all are so whack for making us think that they was going to be a couple. So we going to see, but I do understand why TK said that, because let me tell you something. I was happy that TK said that, because, TK at first didn't even want a relationship from Carlos. So I was glad that he, even though Carlos wasn't there, he was making sure he was bringing the relationship up. He was making sure that the relationship is solidified. Me hearing TK said that made me feel like, okay, yes, this relationship is really going to be something, because TK is out here professing his love by telling him, hey, look, I am taken, okay? I am taken, and I can hang with you, but I just want to let you know I have a boyfriend. So this ain't going to be no little dates.
Period.
Okay, get it together. And at that moment, I needed my boy Carlos to pull up. I needed my boy Carlos to be like, all right, babe, you ready to go? Like, I'll drive. We gonna go home, and I'll take you home in my squad car. At this point, y'all could have gave Carlos that scene. Why couldn't y'all give Carlos just one scene? That's all I had to say. You know what? Matter of fact, roll the clip, because I was excited to edit this clip in. So roll the clip, because that was a Carlos moment that we needed. Even though Carlos was not there, that is a Carlos moment that we needed. So boom. All right, you guys, that was really all of 911 Lone Star. If you had any other things that you want me to talk about, please let me know in the comments, and I might mention them in the next 911 episode review. But that is all that we have for season 2, episode 3 of 911 Lone Star. Please let me know if there's any other TV shows that you want me to review and react. I know I'm new at this, so I'm a little crusty, but hey, it's like a bike. I'll get it going soon. Please make sure you hit that bright red subscribe button if you liked everything. Also hit that like button and follow me on all my social medias at Victor A Dawson, and I will see you at the next video. Bye, guys.